Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. We'll watch Raleigh in this one as they go up against Detroit. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So Raleigh will get the first possession. The drive by Collison and finished up by Collison.
And right off the tip, they get the early offense. Defense looks like it might be running late tonight.
Roy from outside. It's good from long range.
They trust Roy at the arc because he's pretty selective. He takes the shots he believes he can make.
Drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside, Bacon. Nice shot by Hamilton.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early.
Watson for three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. And he can't make it 3 for 3. And here's the fast break. Finished off by Collison.
Well, perfect positioning there. Just outworking the D on the offensive glass.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Misses from close range.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Yap. Pocket 6. Shot from the wing. Outside for Roy. Sinks the triple.
Brandon Roy.
Roy's got a couple of threes now in the first for Detroit.
That's a...
Oh, whoa! That's just unfair.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Extra on that one. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Down low. And the call will be against Nick Collison.
Nick Collison.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, O'Neal from long range. Lets the three fly.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
Here's the screen. It's stolen by Watson. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Drains the three-pointer.
3.
Roy's got 9.
Fluid motion off the catch. That's a nice shot.
The ball goes
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Green.
Foul call. Richard Hamilton. first personal foul.
Detroit shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
At the line for the away team, Draymond Green, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And Payton throws it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Option for 3. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Roy. He's got 5.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And so is Detroit, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Detroit leading by 7. Right side, Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Oh, man, he got a step, and it was over.
O'Neal from long range. Good on the triple. O'Neal's got the lead up to 10 now for Detroit. Pulls up on the wing. As it goes out of bounds, Raleigh able to keep the ball here. O'Neal with the steal. Outside Roy. Back to Shaq. From the arc. Another 3 for Detroit.
Nice shot. Doing his part to stretch out that defense.
Back to LeBron. And stolen by Yao. It's tipped. It's taken away by Payton. And again, no good by Raleigh. Detroit leading by 13. Roy from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Payton's shot is off.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Yao. Welcome in, everyone, for some 2K basketball. Sure to be an entertaining contest. Some collegiate talent included in the lineup. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So Raleigh will get the first possession. Here's Yang, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, man, that was a loud bucket.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Outside, Payton sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's field, but not who you want to leave open.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Raleigh moving the ball around.
Right here!
Back to Collison. Baltimore with the rebound. And how about the emergent stand of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time. And as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
Daniels inside the line. No good off the front iron. Payton drives in. Takes it off the glass. Payton's got 5 now.
How about the quickness on display there for Payton, especially when he's slicing to the basket. And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Now, here's Payton. He's got 5. Here's Yang, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, to start that play, he sets a solid screen and then gets rewarded for it.
There's O'Neal with the 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Good way to start this game. If you want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Daniels. And finished off by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Daniels from outside. It's hauled in by Collison. Hamilton outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here is Daniels. Shoots from 14, and there it is for him.
Young player, but a smart player. You see it there in the 2-man game from Daniels.
And stolen by Şengün. Right side Daniels. From deep 3-point land. And that's collected by Payton.
And I thought that was going to drive from here. And the sneaky hops of Payton, capable of rising up and catching it.
Pass to O'Neal. Buries it from 3-point range.
3 points.
Jackson got 10.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And stolen by Şengün. Daniels from outside. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling up. Only on top. They're up by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen per round?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on them.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, is share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Using that momentum on the drive to great effect. Now that's a dunk.
And here is Raleigh now. They trail by 1. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Wagner with the 3. Good on the triple. Wagner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To stand, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
No, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill, and he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact, and he will also create shots for his teammates.
Here he goes. Hamilton.
Baltimore ball.
And out of bounds as Baltimore gains possession. Baltimore leading by 5. Here's Daniels. On the shot, no good. A bit short. And here is Raleigh now. No good from Hamilton. Pass to Şengün. Stolen by Collison. Here's the 3. Şengün with the rebound. Wagner on the wing. And a wide open look for Daniels. Again, the miss by Baltimore.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Sinks the triple.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team depends on him to rack up. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And a new group getting ready for Baltimore. Here's Daniels. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Daniels has got the lead up to 8 now for Baltimore. McDaniels in the post. Here's Adebayo. Baltimore with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Daniels from 18 feet away. And Baltimore again with the bucket.
And for Daniels, that's a comfortable range for him. And he's big enough that he can shoot over the top of the defense.
Here's Adebayo. Pass to McDaniels. And it's blocked.
A really smart defender. Batty positions himself really good there for the block. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Now, here's Green. From past the arc. And Barley, another 3.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's foul number 2 for him.
Into the lineup for Baltimore. Number 23.
Outside, Adebayo. And so it's Baltimore with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
And when Battier moves, he does so with intention. He plans on finishing the job.
Outside Collison. No good from outside. He trails by 8. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Collins so active around the rim.
Here's Green. Pass to Malawaj. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Malawaj has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Green. Green with the block.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Adebayo to screen. And it's Green with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Intelligent call there by Green, using the pick and roll to shake up the defense and find a shot.
To the middle. And finished off by McDaniel.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. A nice shot by Collison.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Matching baskets from the perimeter are the earmark of today's game.
You know, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Confident shot. He wanted to fire and did not hesitate.
Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Green. Lets it go from the wing. And Baltimore again with the bucket.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert. And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. You get in his way at your own risk.
Pass to Battier. Baltimore moving that ball around. Oh, my! He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. Bradley Beal picks one up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Adebayo. And it's Raleigh with another. Baltimore leading by 14. Pass to Malawaj. And here's Collison. 5 to shoot. Here's Battier. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Battier's got 4 points this quarter. Outside Beal. Stolen by Collison. Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. Green inside the three-point line. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Baltimore leads by 16. And do not... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's Green. Top of the key, McDaniel. And finished off by McDaniel.
What bounce from McDaniel, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
Shoots from 14. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And Baltimore leads by 16.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Baltimore leading by 16. Here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low. He just powered that
one of the game's top dunkers.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Baltimore with the ball. Over to the left wing. And the wide open shot from Collison. 18 feet out. Count it.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond. And we saw he was ready to swat that one away in very good position.
Doesn't get that one.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Oh, good on the layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Valley trails by 16. And that's going to be a turnover. They call for 8 seconds.
In for Baltimore.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First team foul.
Puts up a three. Knocks down the three.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Green with the ball. Now O'Neal. Green from outside.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Here's Wagner. Jacks up a three. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
It's a 14-point game. Now Wagner. Now O'Neal. For three. And down goes the three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Fires the three. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Second team foul. At the line for two, LeBron James.
He's off on the first.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
so neither attempt will fall that time for him. Baltimore on offense. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. O'Neal wide open. And Baltimore hits again from deep.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Baltimore ball.
.26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Şengün with it. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
3 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's Baltimore with the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. What an intriguing game we've got for you tonight. One tremendous college player will be included in the lineup. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So Raleigh will get the first possession. Outside, James. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. LeBron's got the game going with his first points of the game for Raleigh. Westbrook drives in and finished off by Westbrook.
The artist behind many iconic throwdowns, Russell Westbrook, putting on a show.
No one near James as he lets it go. That one's good from the corner.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And it's Westbrook missing. Green inside. Fires the three. And Raleigh another three.
Oh, great job by him keeping his eyes open, allowing him to spot the shooter ready at the arc.
Well, Westbrook attacks the basket with such velocity. He's so good at getting to where he wants to go.
To the wing on the left. Back to Collison. To the inside. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the shot clock. Collison, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over it on the perimeter.
And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Westbrook. The Nets making a switch here. There's the pick. Outside, James.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Down low. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hamilton. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Well, a lot of guys shoot it much better when they fire straight off the pass.
1:43 left here in the first quarter. James outside. And Raleigh another three.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better. I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And James throws it down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
To the middle, here's Collison, and finished off by Collison.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
And so is Raleigh, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And if they keep And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Raleigh.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to LeBron. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Number 13.
Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Green. It's stolen by Green. Outside Collison. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, Adebayo's a little undersized at the center spot, but he can give you some shot blocking.
James looking it over. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the game. And that one misses.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Inside. Here's James. Smooth finish inside by LeBron.
The net's called.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 10-point game. In the corner, it's Hamilton. Tough to finish it off. Beauty.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Here's Collison. Great tee that time from Green.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
The drive by Green. Over to the wing. And the wide open shot from Collison. Nailed from three-point land.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up there.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Collison's shot is good. Collison's got 9 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Finished off by Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Holly shooting their first free throws of the game. So both teams making some changes here. And both free throws good for Green.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. They're basically giving away.
Raleigh leading by 11. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And Benyama left side. Rebound by Smith. And here is Raleigh now. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Collins. Takes the three. Welcome in, everyone, for some 2K basketball. Sure to be an entertaining contest. Some collegiate talent included in the lineup. We'll watch Raleigh in this one as they go up against Cleveland. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
So Cleveland will get the first possession.
Hey, look up top.
Right side, Green. Fades and shoots. Off the left rim and out. Here's Raleigh now. The drive by Green. In the corner, it's James. The shot's good. Patterson making the play.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
Outside Aldridge. Stolen by Collison. Pull up Jay. Got that bucket.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Outside Jamison. That three off the mark. And Greg Oden gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Sliding it down.
Well, my goodness. He put a little extra sauce on that.
Out to the right wing. And it's Aldridge missing. Here's Raleigh now. Raleigh moving the ball around. They set the pick. Here's Hamilton. Into the lane.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
And Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Here's Yang. Boom, he jams it straight down.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
Always a nice option to have Aldridge with you on the break. The big man can do some damage on the go.
To the inside. Collison. And finished off by Collison.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds, Raleigh will have it.
Coming onto the floor for Cleveland, Stephen Curry, Russell Westbrook.
Raleigh leading by 7. Green inside. Oh, he jams it right over Kawhi Leonard.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
And so is Raleigh, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Raleigh?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Raleigh shooting their first free throw of the contest.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership, strong vocally on and off the floor.
Pass to Jamison. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And that's a grown man's jam by Green.
On the wing, Green connects from three-point range. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible. Looking to answer the three from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
And Raleigh another three.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
Well, this is what they want to do. Work for high percentage looks.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Nice shot by Hamilton.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Nice job staying under control through that jump shot. Sometimes this can go sideways.
And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Well, no matter how close you are to the rim, if the defense is lurking, consider moving the ball.